If you're a filmmaker, you've more than likely heard the saying that story is king. As my YouTube channel has evolved, I've been trying to improve my storytelling ability. While I do believe that story is important, I also believe that the way in which you tell the story is equally important. You could have the most interesting story to tell, but if you don't put it together properly and the audio or video is poor, it can totally ruin the experience. Storytelling. I'll tell you a story. One day me, Linus Kleza, and the Macho Man Randy Savage went down to Toronto to see a Raptors game, but Vince Carter forgot the tickets. And I was like, well shit, might as well go to Wendy's to buy that bacon mushroom melt. They asked me if I wanted extra cheese and I was like, bro, do you see these biceps? Now it sounds like Brosy had a pretty epic Friday night, but the pacing and pure randomness of the events ruins any continuity of his story. Another part of storytelling that I believe is important is sound design. When I first started off making films, I didn't even consider adding ambient sounds to any of my videos. It can be the sounds of birds chirping in the forest or cars driving by you in the city. Blending these ambient sounds together with your background music adds a really nice cinematic effect to your video. And I think that Christopher Nolan put it best. I like films where the music and the sound design at times are almost indistinguishable. Now, by no means am I some type of storytelling or sound design expert, but I do want to share my experiences so far that I've learned throughout my filmmaking process. The amount of room I have to improve my filmmaking ability is astronomical. There's just so many things to experience, learn, or even get better at, and this is what I love about filmmaking. No video on storytelling is complete without at least mentioning the gear. And there is a famous quote, or very common quote, that I hear get thrown around on the internet about gear, and it goes something like this. The best camera is the one you have with you. I love the message behind this quote because it's so simple and true. Currently I use a Panasonic G7 with a 25mm 1.7 lens. Now this camera came out sometime in 2015, so it's like 4 years old, but it basically does everything that I need it to do. And for me, that's all I need right now. It would be a little disingenuous for me to say that I wouldn't love a better camera. Obviously, I would absolutely enjoy having a Sony a7 III or even an a6500, but I think there's an important lesson to be learned in mastering the current camera that you have now. Even if you don't have a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, you actually have a really strong camera in your pocket right now, and that's on your phone. All of our phones nowadays come equipped with pretty powerful cameras, and it's really amazing. Even the front-facing selfie camera or the rear camera come equipped with 1080p, even 4K. Like your camera, your phone, it can shoot 4K video, and that's crazy. The more I think about filmmaking, the more I realize that we're kind of in like the golden age of filmmaking. And I'm really grateful for this because there's never been a time where getting gear to tell our stories have been so affordable and accessible. The real question is not what to buy, but to how to utilize the gear that we have. There are so many content creators out there on personal development and filmmaking that going out and buying the most expensive camera or the best lens out there isn't going to get you noticed. Telling stories will, and the best story that you can tell is your own. My story isn't over, it's growing every day, forever changing and evolving, and I want to share my story and see where this takes me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.